What is K?
That's a short way to hurry up and answer you because I may be busy. Y'all, he hates that. He hates that. I try my hardest to put the O in front of the K. All right.
Babe, we need to talk, and you say,
K.
I'm going off.
Why?
I'm going in. I'm going in right now. All right, welcome to the first episode of That's a Good Podcast, presented to you by Blessed Beats, shot right here at the Grand Imaging Studios. I'm your host. My name is Marcus Sullivan on Instagram at Marcus Sullivan Live.
And I'm your co-host, Ty Sullivan. Yes, I'm married to this man right here.
You gonna tell me your Instagram?
Yes, I can. You guys can follow me at Mrs. Outspoken 8. Now, let me say something. That name might change since I'm a Sullivan now.
What's it gonna change it to?
I don't know. It may be something with Sullivan. I'm thinking about doing that. What you think?
Well, we can leave that in. We can actually do a whole show topic on that if you really wanted to.
He changed that last name.
For this being the first episode, we kind of sat right here before we even started rolling the camera.
That's true.
Trying to figure out what's the first topic gonna be, and I took it to the streets of ChatGPT, and it gave me communication styles. Right.
Ooh,
so
that's a good one.
Men and women communicate different. We communicate way different.
Way different.
Right. From being from two different backgrounds. But what are generic ways that you say women like to communicate with their man? Generic.
Well, let me say this before I even get fully into that. I've heard many a times before where men say, well, we can't read y'all minds. And I always did wonder, like, why do they say that?
Because we can't.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That is true. But a lot of times, I guess our expectations at times is for a man to study us the same way a woman study a man. Like, women really study their men. We study the way they look, the way they walk, the way they talk. We study the things that's in their body parts.
I can't even lie. Sometimes when you say stuff like that,
it's scary.
Yeah, it's scary, but it make me think, like, sometimes, like, I could be sitting there on the couch and you looking at me, right? And I just be like,
what are you looking at?
Right. And then you'll say, or I'll do something and you'll say, you always chew your nail when you thinking or something like that. Yeah.
You do. I mean, that's interesting fact to us. That's interesting things to us. It's like we want to know our man. We want to know who we married to. We don't just want to know you. It's every way that we want to know you, right? We want to know, like, what makes you smile, what makes you laugh. We want to know what you do to fidget, you know? Okay. Now, you may have some women that may say, no, that's not for me. If I got to do all that, then maybe she's not into you like that. But for a woman who's into a man and really, really cares about him and plan on pursuing the relationship with him, she's going to study him and expect him to study her and learn her the same exact way. Now, going back to your conversation, your question that you asked about, it was about our communication, right?
Styles.
Communication styles. It is very different, right? Because women, we like to express ourselves. We like to get it all out. We expect our men to create a safe space for us to be able to release the things that's bothering us versus a man. I would say this, and correct me if I'm wrong, it just seemed like their attention span is just not long enough to sit there and listen.
And I'm speaking for me, but I'm sure a lot of fellas gonna agree. Yo, come to me with the subject.
Yes.
Get to the meat and get to the conclusion. Like all of the ad-libs.
But we can't do that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why. It's easy to do that. We can, but then it's gonna lead you to other questions. Right? You're going to be like, well, why you did that? And why you said that?
But we're not.
But you will. You've done it before. You've done it with me. Mm-hmm. So we feel like as women, and I'm going to speak from my perspective, a lot of times I want you to understand what led to the question or the answer that you're looking for. I feel like I need to give you a little background. It's kind of like when you're reading the Bible, and in order for the person to understand what you're studying or what you're about to preach about in that moment, you got to give them a little background history in order for them to understand that part. So it's kind of how it is with women. We want you to understand what led to this conclusion or what led to this specific area. So we just want to tell you a little bit more just
All
get
right.
it all out.
Let me back the whole thing up.
Okay, back it up.
All right.
I can back it up too now.
Communication styles. What is we need to talk?
Okay.
I can tell you right now.
Okay, but let me ask you this, right?
Okay.
Okay, you're asking me this question, and I'm going to answer it. We need to talk does not necessarily always mean it's a crazy serious conversation. And I feel like men blow that out of proportion sometimes. Let me tell you why. Because it could be something simple. That woman could just be saying, we need to talk because I don't want to talk to you right now while you're at work.
And
Or I
that,
don't
okay,
want to
so
talk to you.
that's where you go.
It's not a good place right now.
okay,
The
but hold on.
time.
That's where you go wrong at right there. One, we need to talk means something right now. And then if it's not right now I got to go through the rest of the day. What we got to talk about.
But why? Let me ask you why. Why does a man feel like I got to be scared or I got to try to figure out what she said? Because here's the thing. Let me tell you what I think it is.
Okay.
What I think it is you thinking she's going to come up with some type of crazy story in her head, or you're thinking she's going to come and accuse you of something and you stuck in that motion or that moment of trying to figure out, what did I do now? Did I not take out the trash? Did I not do that? And it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what she's about to come and question you about. Now, in certain cases, yes, especially if you're that man that been caught doing things a lot of times, that can possibly scare you. But if you know you're that man that's being loyal, that's being faithful, you don't have nothing dingling over your head.
It ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have nothing to worry about.
Okay, so it don't have nothing. It kind of do, but
it kind of don't.
Even as the priest or the head of the household.
Okay.
All right. If you said we need to talk.
Yeah.
My security takeover kicks in, and I'm like, what's going on? What we need to talk about?
Most women say that's a you issue and not that woman issue.
Okay, so communication styles.
Yes.
We need to talk is not good.
Then what would you suggest for you and majority of the men of how that woman should relate that? Because she's being honest with you. I need to talk to you.
Real world example.
Okay.
If I'm at work and you at work, and I called you and I said, we need to talk. I could have probably said, babe, guess what? The financial aid kicked in or whatever. And then we could talk about that later.
Okay, wait a minute. We need to talk may be something serious. She may feel like that's important, but she doesn't have that full opportunity
You can give a synopsis. You can say,
you don't want just a we can talk. No. You want a little bit extra. Like I need to talk to you
we need to talk
this.
the tire load. I'll tell you about it later. I need to talk to you about like you did the other day. Oh, I had a situation before I came to the game. We need to talk. Okay, cool. Now, and at that moment, I was just like, what I need to do, right? I ain't say it like that. I was like, do I need to get my tools? But whatever, right?
No, yeah. But what I'm saying is, whatever that is that's rooted in that man that makes him feel like, or make it to be a scary feeling, I just feel like you got to check that.
It ain't scary. It can be scary.
Yeah, because your response is scary.
It's also the protector, the leader. It's like, we need to talk about what?
Wait a minute. Because if it is that serious, that woman is going to tell you what that is.
Okay,
More than likely, if it's something that she need to talk to you about, that means we need to talk, meaning it's important. It's probably something that's been in her heart and on her mind, and she feel like she needs to express it to you and let it out. So it should, and we don't, as a woman, we're not expecting you to take it in a fearful way. We're just expecting you to see that this is the mature side of me that's saying, I'm not trying to argue with you. I just need to talk to you about something.
See what you just did?
Right?
No, see what you just said?
What I just said?
You just said, I'm not trying to argue with you. So naturally.
Wait a minute.
You said
turning that around.
You said
I said by her response saying we need to talk, that's her expressing to you that this is not to make into an argument. Okay? I'm not trying to argue. This is a
But it's something serious.
thing.
It's something serious.
Could be. It just
Tell
depends
me right
on
now.
what she
I don't
needs
need
to
to know
talk
at 5
to you about.
p.m., 7:30 tonight.
So, okay, let's say you're at work, right? and she needs to talk to you. And it may be something about your relationship, or it may be something about your finances, or it may be something about the kids. Why would I sit here and have this full-blown conversation with you, right? When I know you're in the middle of work? It doesn't make sense. But I need you to, look, here's another thing. Ooh, thank you, Lord. Here's another reason why that woman tell you that. She tells you that so that you can make sure you come home and have that conversation with her.
But now I gotta go through all day long.
No, you don't. That's a choice you're making.
I gotta go all day long.
No,
like,
you
man,
don't. That is a choice. That is a choice that
I'm calling the kids like, yo, did I leave? Like,
no, but that is a choice that man is making. You're okay. So what's the difference if the man say, "Hey, we need to talk"? Okay, you know the woman's reaction is going to be, okay, we need to talk. We are going to say, I wonder what he needs to talk to me
watch
about.
This. When a man say we need to talk, that means right now.
So I'm supposed to drop. What if she can't talk? What if she's at work?
Okay, then let me know when you need to talk. But when you're available to talk. But when a guy said, I need to talk right now.
Okay, so listen to what you just said. You just said that means let me know when you're available to talk. If she's not available, then you're saying, well,
but I need to talk right. But I need to talk right now.
I need to talk right now.
Yeah.
But if she's not available, then you let me know when you're ready to talk.
All right.
It's almost the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like we're saying, let's just put it off until later to talk about it.
Here's another one.
Uh-huh.
In the form of text messaging.
Let me say this. For those of you guys who are tuning in and checking this out, leave your comments, any questions that you all may have yourself in regards to what we were just talking about when a woman says we need to talk. If you guys have a different perspective about it, please feel free to share it with us, man. We'd like to check out some of those comments and even respond to them. Go ahead, Marcus. Did y'all see that face? All right.
Going to the text.
Uh-huh.
What is K?
That's a short way to hurry up and answer you because I may be busy. And
Listen.
then some people say that because they're mad and they don't really feel like talking to you.
You say K.
So they may say K.
Yeah, if you say K,
Okay.
it's going
so
down.
let me ask you this. Would you rather that person say K or not respond to you at all? Because to leave you on pause and not respond at all is more rude versus me at least saying something like K.
Okay.
K is just short for okay. Y'all, he hates that. He hates that. I try my hardest to put the O in front of the K. All right.
Babe, we need to talk, and you say,
K.
I'm going off.
Why?
I'm going
What you
in.
going on
I'm
for?
going in right now.
Why?
What
I
you
can't
paying
say
me for?
okay.
Why you brushing me off, though?
That's
right?
not brushing you off is if I sent the emoji with the eyes looking up or rolling or like, huh? Like
You
the
say
confused
K.
face.
The conversation, whatever I need to talk about changed.
Okay.
Now the conversation is, why you
I don't
brushing me
think
off,
every
though?
man feel like that. That's probably just you, Mr. Sullivan.
Hey, y'all let us know what you think in the comments. Also, in the comments, what are the subjects that you want us to cover right here? This is the first episode. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you do all the YouTube-y things, right?
Yeah,
And
he said YouTube-y things, guys. It's called That's a Good Podcast.
Yeah,
Follow us on IG, That's a Good Podcast. Make sure you guys go back to our YouTube page and subscribe. It is very new, but we will have a lot of videos coming for you guys in episodes.